if you think about our government as it's just a big giant business, they're running the country, right?
Mm-hmm.
Budgets, everything. Can you imagine, like we've talked about, can you imagine like Amazon?
Yeah.
The board of Amazon doesn't agree about something, and so they just stop. They just
decide to close
and they
down.
say, you know what? Sorry, we can't sell anything.
Yeah.
We're just gonna turn off the website, turn off everything.
And they have
in
investors.
the free market. That doesn't work.
They have investors to answer to.
They do.
And they have employees. And all their employees stop getting paid. And guess who doesn't stop getting paid?
Welcome to the Yoked Podcast. I'm your host, Travis Hall, alongside my wife and co-host, Ingrid.
On this podcast, we talk about all things real estate, entrepreneurship, business, faith, family, you name it, we talk about it, and how we do it all as an equally yoked husband and wife team.
We are glad you're here. Thanks for listening. Enjoy this week's episode. What's up, and welcome to the Yoked Podcast.
Welcome.
We are excited. Ingrid and I are here today, and we got a fun episode.
Yep. And here in Coeur d'Alene, North Idaho, it is leaf season, babe.
It is. It's amazing.
Talk about leaf season, because we've never had one.
We've never experienced leaf season like this. And for anyone else that's in a small town, maybe they do this. I think it's genius. In this town, it took us a little bit to understand what was happening, but everybody rakes their leaves to the middle of the street. Or not to the middle, but to the street. Nobody was bagging anything. Everyone's just raking and blowing their leaves to the street. And we didn't understand why. Well, it's because the city comes with big old dump trucks and excavators and scoops all the leaves up.
Yes. So they set out like those, kiosk information things, like road sign things.
Yeah.
And leaf pickup started yesterday.
It did.
And you've been so excited. I feel like you could be a volunteer.
I know.
For
I've
them.
been I've listened to them drive down and I want to help them. I really do. But it's leaf season day.
It's brilliant though, because you're not putting all those trash bags. Imagine if everybody bagged their leaves, like all those trash bags in landfill.
It is genius. And then they compost them all. I mean, there's a lot of gardening here. I think I can hear them right now.
I think there's one going. Don't get up.
I know. I'm like, I should pause the episode to go watch and help them. But no, it's leaf season, which is awesome.
Yes.
We closed on another property today.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. We've talked about it on the podcast. We sold one of ours. We closed officially today.
And actually, we should do a follow-up to that because we did our deal chat on Stern, which we were a couple episodes ago or maybe last week.
Yeah.
And so
no, last week was yoked on
a boat. That's right. Well, that was all you. I was off in Sedona with the girls. But we did the deal chat on Stern. And since that podcast, we recorded it, we actually decided to do a 1031 with part of those proceeds. And so Stern's legacy will continue. And it'll be fun to recalculate what we do with the 1031 money here in 45 days, 90 days.
It will be fun to see what we do and what we turn it into.
And then we'll do a re-up on our deal chat for Stern and come up with its actual amount that it blessed us with and the blessing of real estate. But that's not what we're talking about today.
No, today is all things headlines.
Yes. I love episodes like this, and it's timely because, people have to listen to our episode within a certain amount of time for it to make sense. It's not an evergreen episode. But there are so many headlines right now in the news, specifically around real estate, that I love just putting them out there and seeing what we think and sharing opinions and then moving on.
Yep. Well, and the first and the biggest headline that we should talk about is our government reopened its doors.
Wow, way to go.
They figured it out.
They decided to do what they get paid to do.
I know.
We should give them a round of applause for showing up for work.
Well, and this isn't political. We say this every once in a while.
I know, but this is a hot button
this is
for
an
me.
Interesting one because, again, us as entrepreneurs, thinking about this, we've had multiple conversations, and no, it doesn't function exactly like this. But if you think about our government as it's just a big giant business, they're running the country, budgets, everything. Can you imagine? We've talked about. Can you imagine Amazon?
Yeah.
The board of Amazon doesn't agree about something, and so they just stop. They just
decide to close down.
And they say, you know what? Sorry, we can't sell anything.
Yeah.
We're just gonna turn off the website, turn off everything. It doesn't.
And they have
in the free market,
investors.
that doesn't work.
They have investors to answer to.
They do.
And they have employees. And all their employees stop getting paid. And guess who doesn't stop getting paid? The board members.
Well, and it's like, hey, all the Amazon delivery drivers, like any Amazon, order that was subscribe and save or something that was done before, we still need you to deliver it, and we're not going to pay you, but we
No.
will. We promise we will.
Well, I think we'll catch you up later down the road.
It's just crazy.
Honestly, it is a hot button for me because there is no other world in which you can just decide to close down because you disagree with somebody. Like, you want to know what happens in corporate if you disagree with someone? One of you gets fired. Or you go to the boardroom and you figure it out. I mean, that would be best case, but it is very frustrating also. And then we'll get off my soapbox.
The soapbox.
That the people that suffer the most when the government shuts down are the people that need it the most.
Absolutely. That's just crazy.
So the people whose job it is to keep the government open, they're not the ones that suffer at all.
Yeah, it's the ones that rely on the government.
Yes. And so people not getting their SNAP benefits, that's a really big deal.
It is.
And yet they have no power to reopen the government. So just the way it works, I think, is extremely broken. There's lots of broken systems in our world, but the example of this government shutdown is highlighted. It was the longest one. And it just highlighted the fact that we've got a long way to go.
Well, and it's purely political. Like,
I know.
I know it's wrapped in like heartfelt thoughts around all the things that they're deciding. Sure. But I agree. It's like, that we should put in place, if you can't agree an X amount of time, then you're out.
Stop getting paid.
Yeah. I mean, or it's like you get fined. Like a NFL player, if they do something wrong, they just get fined like 250 grand.
Yes.
Like, if we started fining all of our politicians for
doing dumb things,
not being collaborative, and actually like thinking together, it's like, oh my gosh.
My gosh.
Anyway, we're open.
In regard,
round of applause.
Round of applause for the government.
It's crazy.
Specifically how it relates to real estate. I mean, it's not a huge, there's a bit of a backlog, right? I mean, that's really kind of one of the only ways that the government shutdown and then reopening affects our market specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Government-backed loan programs. There are many, outside of Freddie and Fannie and the VA benefits.
Right.
Actually are very dependent on budget allocations. I mean, we've purchased a property that way where we couldn't close that month because the budget allocation was dry and we had to wait until the next month until that got backfilled.
I expected to see more like mortgages fall or like transactions fall.
Yeah.
Out of being under contract because of the shutdown. And like I had a conversation with one of our main lenders, Matt. I was asking him like, hey, have you seen more ripples of this? And he said no.
Yeah.
So I was pleasantly surprised that I'm sure it happened, but we didn't know anyone that actually had that happen to.
Yep. Yeah, I would agree.
Where it could have, for sure.
Kind of business as usual.
Yeah, which was surprising.
Okay, way to go, government. A big moment for you.
All right, moving on past Ingrid's soapbox.
I know. Okay, I love talking about this one. This is we could talk all episode on this, but there is news about the government potentially exploring the idea of a rate portability.
Yeah, portable
program.
Mortgages.
Yeah. So digest that for the listener.
So portable mortgages. I love this idea, and I don't think it'll ever happen. If I was bet. It changes so much with the tens of millions of mortgages that are out there currently. But this whole idea of, if I'm a seller, property owner, and I'm going to sell my house, I have a 3% mortgage on my house. Easy math. I'm selling my house for $500,000 and my current mortgage is $300,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's remaining. This idea of portable mortgages is, I already have this mortgage. I can remove that mortgage from this current property and move it to my next mortgage. And so I sell my house for $500,000. I take my $300,000 mortgage and I put it on the next house that I bought that's $700,000, and I still have to finance or pay cash for the delta.
Sure.
But it's this whole idea of like, your mortgage isn't prisoner to this one house. The reason that we're talking about is that it would free up a lot of inventory, because there are hundreds of thousands of houses that sellers don't want to sell because they're prisoner to this amazing mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
And so I use the word prisoner, but it's true. It's like,
Yeah.
it's tied there. If they sell it, they lose it. And so they're not selling their house because if they, even with all this equity, their mortgage is going to be more expensive.
Yep.
And so if you could take it and put it on the next house, I think it's a genius idea. And I mean, again, I don't think it'll ever happen.
Yeah.
But I do think it's a pretty good idea.
I think it is you're seeing people actually start to get creative about ways to thaw this housing market that
Mhm.
maybe we haven't thought about
Nope.
yet. I mean, now the creative real estate industry has been thinking and doing these things for years.
Right.
But the government is slower. And so they have finally decided that there might be a better way to do this. Why we think it will never happen is because there is too much money in new mortgages
Yeah.
and in refinances. There's way too much money. There's absolutely no way the mortgage industry and the big mortgage companies would ever let this happen.
They would lose too much money.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and they're the ones that hold the keys to the kingdom with this kind of stuff.
Well, and it's in large part because these lower interest rates, they're not making money on.
At
so,
all,
like,
because nobody refinances
Well, and they're
them.
really hoping like that they sell those. And so right now, I think their average, the average algorithm for a mortgage-backed security is it turns over every 12 years. That's
Yep.
the average.
Yeah.
For us, we always hear it's 7. For them, I think it's 7 to 12 years. I hear 12 years on average is how long an actual mortgage lasts. And so if you allowed portable mortgages, the likelihood of it actually lasting 30
Yeah.
years goes way higher.
Not only that, but then you're passing it down like generationally.
Right.
I mean, and you're really coming up with a different way to do it. I also think just an absolute logistical nightmare for a government that's like still on DOS. Like I just can't even like
Hey, they're Windows 98.
fathom. Yeah, okay. I'm like, what would you do? You would would have to hire a trillion people to help logistically make this happen.
They might need more of Trump's people. Excuse me, Musk.
Musk's people, yes, to figure out how to streamline it.
I mean,
in the
AI can
process.
help. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I hadn't even thought about that. The logistics.
Oh, there's no way. Like the government just moves too slow.
Well, and that's a
But-
massive, massive beast to figure out, like change people's current mortgages.
And it wouldn't be for everybody. Like, I mean, there would be a lot of stipulations and
yeah.
requirements, just like right now, assumable loans have lots of stipulations and requirements. But it is a plug. This is what creative real estate has been doing forever. And so,
I mean, I just love that it's even a public conversation.
That's true, though.
Like,
that's true.
It truly is like the fact that it's like
where credit's due.
Absolutely. I mean, do I think it's going to happen? No. I think, and I'm not in Canada, but I'm pretty sure I've read that Canadian mortgages, you can do this. But the difference is that they don't have 30-year fixed mortgages. They have
they're all
a
floating.
1-year fixed term, 5-year fixed term max. And so they're always changing.
Should make sense why then you would allow
So then you'd allow them
to be
move to the next
portable.
one.
Interesting. Huh. Okay.
But
All right.
anyway, portable mortgages
Yeah.
coming to you maybe in the next 100 years.
Yeah. Okay, the next one. Let's talk about the 50-year mortgage. So ultra long mortgage terms, other countries do this as well. We're talking about 40 or 50-year mortgage terms, again, as an affordability tool. So
Yeah, the reason
credit where
for
credit
that.
is due. Yes, it would free up affordability.
And my understanding too is this idea of potentially changing up the amortization schedule for how
to stretch it out.
To make it where it's not all just interest at the front.
Okay.
To make it where they can, like some of it, you're at the beginning right now in a traditional mortgage, so much of your payment goes to interest, right?
So are we talking about doing both?
Correct.
Okay.
Is the general thought. 50 years, so your payment's lower, it's more affordable. And also changing up potentially how the amortization schedule works.
Well, and I think this helps in general, like a monthly payment more than a rate drop alone. I mean, to stretch that mortgage out, it also skyrockets interest unless you are changing the amortization schedule, which I hadn't heard that part of it. So that
Who knows? It's mainstream media. I don't
I
know
know,
what
I
you're
love
missing out.
it. Give me those headlines.
All we know is that the 50-year mortgage idea is coming.
And let me click on those threads. Does threads get you? I'm like,
I mean, the
click.
idea of a longer, and again, in creative, we've done this.
100%. You can pretty much write a term for whatever you want.
Well, that's what's great. It's like, oh, well, if we need to get to a certain payment, let's make the same. You can make all the numbers the same and just extend the term of the loan and your payment comes down.
And commercial and government leases are like this. I mean, anytime like even a ski area is going to lease land from the government.
Yeah, it's super long.
You're talking about, 100 years.
Well, and I mean, you think about other consumer spending. I remember like this can be taken negative too, because in like the auto world and when I was in the car business, I mean, some of those banks, they'd come in and the lenders, people, try to buy a big old truck, like an $80,000 truck, super expensive. And they're like, well, yeah, what's your payment you need to get to? And they're like, whatever, fill in the blank.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah,
$300.
we could do that for 150 months at 12% interest. I mean, it can be crazy.
Yeah.
Where you're paying for that car 5 times.
Exactly.
So, I mean, it depends on if they did exactly the same thing with 30-year mortgages, your interest would be insane.
Yeah.
But
I think
you could afford it.
And it's a tool, right? Not necessarily a solution. It's going to have a lot of red tape because they red tape everything. But again, like looking outside the box, considering something different. Is this a way to help thaw the market? Can it be an affordability tool? Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love
it. And I mean, the bigger, broader idea is that the number one way that people really change their family legacy when it comes to wealth in America is through buying a home. And that is the single biggest asset, single biggest thing
and
that you
driver
can
of
do.
generational wealth.
Absolutely. And so if you can open the door to somebody who couldn't otherwise do it, like,
and maybe
amen.
it's
amazing.
Price point based. Yeah. They should ask us.
They should.
We would have this done.
Maybe I think they probably all watch and listen to the Yoke podcast.
Okay, let's debunk or talk about our last one, which is the Fed just lowered the credit report or credit limit.
The minimum credit score.
Minimum credit score. Thank you. It's like, that's wrong. Minimum credit score for mortgages.
Yes, and this one is not theory. This one's actual fact.
So it went from 740.
It went from 620.
620.
To,
what did I read?
I don't know.
See, it's threads.
Fannie and Freddie. It's just blending everything that we've talked about. So Fannie and Freddie had a minimum credit score requirement. I mean, if you didn't hit that, then your file was thrown out.
Yeah.
Of 620. See, now I can't tell.
Credit score
of 620. That has been removed. I don't know if they have a minimum credit score anymore. I looked at it, I haven't seen that. All I know is 620 is gone. Their whole idea is they're opening and loosening some options for people to come in and buy houses.
Which I think is a great solution. I was talking to a lender yesterday, lender for one of our sellers, talking specifically about the condo and townhome market, which is typically an entry way for buyers to get into the market. And they're offering some crazy cashback incentives. So I think his recent client, like her total cash due to close was about $10K. This is for condos, $250,000 and under right now in the Denver market. And there is an incentive right now where basically the government, I mean, her mortgage program paid $6,000 and she only had to come to the table with $4,000. And so in a way, like this is already being done to help incentivize a lot of these buyers that might not have credit or strong credit through other types of programs. And so, in my opinion, this should have been done sooner.
Right. Like
specifically for, again, certain level of mortgages.
Well, I think a big reason for it too is that the way the credit system works, it really has nothing to do with anything other than your ability to make payments that are reported to the credit bureau.
Yeah.
It's like your lendability score has nothing to do with your financial prowess, how much money you have in the bank has
No.
nothing to do with that.
I know.
And so like if you are been paying rent for 15 years and you pay all your bills, you don't have a credit card, you just pay everything on time, use your debit card, and then all of a sudden you get a credit card, your score might be below 600 because you don't
Mhm.
have any payment history.
His
And so I think it helps like with those people too.
Yeah.
Of like lowering that, eliminating that. You still have to qualify
Yeah,
all
but
the things, but it opens the door to more people. And again, I think their goal is to kind of spur the economy and to get people back to the housing market.
and I do think there would be fallouts as well, right? They might require you to have more mortgage insurance or something like that,
Right.
which
They'll get their money somehow.
oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, they will.
Bunch of pirates. But also I think it could
Lendars.
I think
Uh,
it could help with price pressure in
yeah.
tight markets. And specifically, I mean, I think so much about the condo and townhome, you know, part of our world where
Okay, that's
it's
a hard.
extremely
It's
challenging to
challenging
get
right now.
qualified because of insurance right now and everything.
Hmm.
So
It really is, and the
we'll
HOA
see.
payments go up, and
Hmm.
yeah, it truly is.
I mean, let's see on all these.
Right? I'm here for it.
I'm here for
I
it
would love to
too.
see 50-year mortgage options, and I would love to see portable mortgages.
I would love to see versions of all of them because it's solving problems.
Absolutely.
But for a government that can't even stay open, like it's just real.
Can't collaborate to
There's
just
just no way.
figure the company, the
And the
U.S.
power
out.
that the mortgage industry specifically has, big mortgages, REITs, like big companies, Chase, like they have so much power and stronghold that I think they're going to really throw that weight around. And I don't think a lot of this happens.
Hmm.
They like their money.
Well, in a time of fear and a lot of fear mongering, let's just say,
Yeah,
I think
always.
we should end on it is always a good time to buy real estate.
It is. There's never a bad time to buy real estate, period.
Yep, as long as it's the
Ever.
right deal. Like that's the only caveat. It's like
Yeah.
you have to know what you're buying, when you're selling, like what your goals are.
Hmm.
But I mean, even in the crazy time right now, we're selling. We bought one a couple days ago.
Yeah. Buying and selling.
So
So,
I think there's always a good time. Choose who you listen to
and
and what you watch.
yeah, I mean, the headlines rarely tell the full story. That's partially why we like doing this. But
Yeah.
also talk to a professional. Like even sometimes digesting stuff with AI and chat and what do you use? Grok and some other things. Like
My Tesla has Grok built
they're
in, and
oh, is
so
that why you do that?
yeah,
Okay.
because I can just chat with her while I'm driving.
And she's really loud, like really projects. But they make mistakes. There's
Hmm.
mistakes all the time. Like every day I'm like, I don't think that's right. And so whether it's communication errors or information errors, at the end of the day, like you should really talk to a professional who's in the industry doing it.
I was talking to
Period.
into Grok yesterday in the Tesla while I was driving to Spokane, and we've been working on some small business ideas out here that we're
Yeah.
working. We'll unveil those at some point. But I was chatting with Grok about this idea, and I was like, "Hey, I want to follow up on that conversation," and her response was completely out of left field, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this, and this, and this." I'm like, "No, that's not at all what we're talking about." And I realized it's because the Tesla updated and it logged me out. And so
Oh.
it was acting as if it knew what it was talking about
Ooh, when she had no
she had no
idea.
idea. So, I mean, to your point, you still have to
Yeah.
pay
You
attention
still have
to
to pay
what it
attention
says.
and you got to double check it.
All right.
Anyways.
So back to Yoked.
Okay.
What are you yoked to today?
Okay, it's gonna be really out of left field as well, but I have a new favorite song. It is by Elevation Worship, and it's God, I'm Just Grateful for You.
That's so good. I
It
love that.
is so good. If you know me, you know I love a rockin' Christian worship song. I heard it for the first time. I have made everybody listen to it. I've sent it to people. But in this like kind of gratitude season of November, and if you just need to get after it and play it as loud as you can, like it's a great one. Highly
That's so
recommend.
good.
I just love it right now.
I love that.
Thank you. What are you yoked to?
Man, I'm just yoked to the fall season.
Yeah.
I love it. It's like
Brings you a
fall
lot of
up
joy.
here in Coeur d'Alene is like hardcore coffee season, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
And like everyone like loves the coffee
Right?
because it doesn't get dark early.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm yoked to that. Just like embracing the fall season, the leaves, the brisk air, the fog.
Fall is long out here
It is.
too,
It's awesome.
and you do love it.
I love
So
it.
I love that.
I live for it.
What do we have coming up? We are reading Traction right now
Yes.
for book club.
Get the book. It's so good.
Definitely get the book. It's one you want to mark up.
Yep.
And so we'll be discussing that. We gave ourselves longer, right? Because we're just going to do one book club in December. And then next week, I am so excited because we have Tess King on the podcast.
A couple guests coming up.
Yeah, but my good friend, our friend, family friends, also she is a stager out of Denver, a designer. She does incredible work,
Yep.
and she's been in a lot of partnerships with all different kinds of businesses. And so I'm really excited just to have her with us. I'm gonna quiz her on design trends. So if you're into that and you like paint colors, then let's go, as well as partnerships. So Tess King next week.
I love that. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to send us out?
Yes. You can find me on Instagram at the Ingrid Hall and find you.
At the Travis Hall.
And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, follow along. It's a new episode each week.
Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of the Yoke Podcast. We hope you enjoyed it.
And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow along as we drop a new episode each week.